Greetings, everybody. How y'all doing today? Happy Monday. I found a little toy. I found some little hearts. I think that's so cute. All right, you all. Well, Mercury has gone direct. Mercury has gone direct. The eclipse season has closed out. We're in a new cycle. And there's a big truck out there. Thank you, Matthew. Mother's Day was sweet. So, here's the thing, right? We are living through some really profound experiences. And, if you don't understand what's happening right now, it's easy to feel like, the world is coming to an end. Because on some level, there is a world that is coming to an end. It really is. And it's the world that I grew up in, on a basic level. I'm sorry, let me just sort of get this together a little bit. Let me get myself settled a little better. On a basic level, we are, the world that we knew is changing, right? So when I was growing up, most of the people that I knew were black people they were Christians. We were all Christians. We also used to watch the same shows at the same time. There was a thing that happened collectively. We all watched Good Times on this day, and we all watched the Brady Bunch. Everybody had the same connection. So we were all being programmed and influenced by the same reality. And so when I grew up, it was all about voting, and you have to vote, and you have to get an education, and all that sort of stuff, right? And now the world is changing. Literally, we are moving out of the age of Pisces and into the age of Aquarius. And there are lots of debates about the winds and the hows, and none of that shit really matters. None of that shit really matters about the when of this age of Aquarius thing. What matters is that you are able to embody it yourself. We have to get that these ages don't just come and happen to us. You have to release yourself from the old ways of being and move yourself into the new ways of being. This is a very deliberate experience of coming from one way of being and into another. Literally, you have to die to your old self and be born to your new. And it's very much like the process of the caterpillar and the butterfly. It's very much like the caterpillar outgrowing its environment, but the environment is not the one that you're in externally, it's the one that you're in internally. And then that environment literally breaking down to liquid and morphing into another way of being and into a cocoon, and then that caterpillar becoming a butterfly in the cocoon. And that is what we are all being offered to do. Each of us has to step into this revolutionary transformational process in our own unique ways. And it's a fascinating thing, because the things that, what's fascinating about it for me? What's fascinating about it for me is that I have literally watched my world change from the inside out. I had to let go of relationships where I was playing small, or relationships where I wasn't fully taking responsibility for myself. Places where I was really afraid of my power and I was projecting my power and energy onto another. I had to let go of that stuff. I had to let go of those relationship patterns. And so those relationships had to go. It wasn't about the people. It was about the way our configuration of relating was that wasn't working. Because I had bought myself into an idea based upon my childhood that I wasn't enough, that I wasn't valuable, right? So I was in relationships in this role playing small. I had to let that go. I had to really recognize that I was doing that in my own reality and not make other people responsible for it, and take responsibility for it myself and change the behavior. We are good. The energy right now is doing me well. That's fantastic. Yes. And so what else is fascinating about this for me is that realizing that, like, beginning to really see how I am the creator of my reality entirely. There is nothing outside of me that has power except that I give it. Even if I give it unconsciously, I've given it. And that is just a mind. It's just like, right? I've always known it, but now I'm starting to see it in really profound, intimate ways that just blow me away. Like, I'm starting to remember how I dreamed of people before they got into my life. Like, the major people in my life, I had dreams of them before they showed up, which shows me that I called them in through my subconscious. Especially the men, especially, lovers or partners and things like that. I had dreams of them before they came, but I would forget the dream because the dream would be so subtle. Then I would forget it and then go into having this experience with them, and I would forget that they came from some subconscious pull that I had. That's one way I've been seeing how I've been creating how I'm creating reality. My telepathy is getting really, really, really strong. So that I'm thinking of people and then they call immediately. And, sometimes people are like, oh, that happens. Yeah, of course that happens, right? But it happens to me 6 times and 7 times a day. It used to happen twice a year. Now it happens all day long, right? To the point that I'm like doing my best to stay in my own reality and not be in my head thinking about people. What else is starting to occur? I'm starting to be able to go into the astral plane and see something the way I desire to have it be in the astral plane, and then it shows up in the 3D reality. I'm starting to really be connected to the understanding that everything is happening simultaneously at once. Like, I'm beginning to feel that on some level, that all things are available and I can just go in and choose the experience that I desire to have, where before I couldn't really do that. I'm starting to also feel, what else am I starting to feel? I'm also starting to feel really like I'm starting to forget the past. I'm starting to forget the past, which is a profound thing. I'm starting to forget the connections to the past and the what's and the whys of it. It's starting to sort of fade into way into the background. I'm starting to, like, my shadow, like jealousy and shame and all that sort of stuff. That stuff is really becoming really loose and far away. Like, it's breaking away, and I can feel that, I can feel that I'm just not, hey, a raven just flew over. I can feel that those old things are no longer really, they don't have a hold on me as much any longer. There's so much happening. But all this to say that we're in a new reality. We are in a new reality. We are in a new frequency. We're in a new system. And the old reality is really going away. And I've been doing my rituals and my practices. We're in the last leg of the Mercury retrograde class. That has been really profound to work with people as we all come into the process of transmuting our definitions of value and how we have valued ourselves, how we have undervalued ourselves, how we have abandoned ourselves, and being able to go back and claim those reclaim those pieces back that we need, that we left behind. Like, the work has been really powerful. And so today is the last day to join 13 Moons. If you guys want to do the work to recode your value, today is the very last day to create new codes for your value system, as we're going to have a new moon in Taurus at the end of this week. And this new moon in Taurus is the energy that we are. It's the new, because new moon always is about new beginnings. It's where we seed, a new way of being. And so this new moon in Taurus is going to give us the energy to step into a new way of valuing, of understanding our value, right? So many of us connect our value to how much we have. We connect our value to money. We connect our value to what people think of us. We connect our value to what we can do, but that is not value at all. Those things are not, that's not value. So this month we're doing the work of transmuting our understanding of value so that we can embody our true value, our true nature and value. And so if you want to join that, we have a new moon meditation over Zoom. We have a full moon meditation and practice over Zoom, rituals to recode these energies, like the rituals to see where you have been shortchanging yourself in your understanding of who you are, where you have not really known who you are. And the rituals and the practices then bring your true nature in so that you can step into it and live in the frequency with which you were born to live into. But many of us have just played small because the culture required it. Your family required it. You didn't understand who you really were. You couldn't really see yourself. So you've been playing to something that's not truly who you are. And so in order for you to really come home to yourself, you can use this new moon, the Taurus new moon energy, and the Sagittarius full moon energy, and the work that we do at 13 Moons to open up your frequency, your value system into something that's much more aligned with who you truly are. So with that, I love to see y'all. We also have the full moon community. There's lots going on at Follow the Sun. So I invite you to come and be there. You can just join if you're not wanting, if you don't feel ready to go into a course right now, you can just join the free community and be there. And we're in a conversation about, we're praying for one another. We're doing the work of Follow the Sun is to create a community where we can come together and heal and transmute our energies so that we can become magical. Like, that's the thing about this reality. We're here to be magic, y'all. Like, we're not here to struggle. And we hear all this so much, but you've got to do the work around your mindset to understand who you are. You see this big old forehead I got? I be thinking about it, y'all. And so the work at Follow the Sun is like, we need one another. We need community. You need to be witnessed by others so that you can embody your intuition, so that you can step into your psychic abilities, so that you can learn how to create your own reality, right? You have to really be in community. You can't do it really by yourself. You can do some of it by yourself because you have to do the work. Nobody can do it for you. But you have to be, it's valuable to be in spaces with others where you can witness how it looks, what's happening. And in your witnessing, we all begin to grow together through our ability to witness one another, through our ability to see, like, this is what it looks like to transmute jealousy. This is what it looks like to heal yourself from, relationships or sexual molestation or, shame. This is what it looks like to transmute those energies and then take those energies out of that old way of being and move them into being more intuitive, being able to lay hands and do Reiki and heal, being able to heal, help other people heal. Being like, you have to take the energy from one way of being and shift it into another. And that's what Follow the Sun is. Follow the Sun is the community where we are holding space for ourselves and one another to transmute from the caterpillar into the butterfly. And so I invite you to come and join, because the work that we're doing is revolutionary, it's fun, it's magical, and what else is there for you to do? What else is there for you to do except discover the truth of who you really are? And it's so interesting, because the thing is, as we become ourselves, we become more and more beautiful and more aligned and more resourced and connected to yourself and others. Like, it becomes this really powerful thing that you don't even realize. And so I invite you guys to join. You can go to my website, which I believe is still up. You can go to my website is MoniqueRuffin.com, or you can also go to my link tree here in my profile and join Follow the Sun, or join 13 Moons. The 13 Moons course is $111 for the month. And like I said, we do the rituals. Yeah, so go to my profile link and join. You can either join 13 Moons or Follow the Sun. It's there. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. I love y'all so very much. My calendar is open. You guys can book your natal chart readings. You can book your new moon readings. You can book your transit readings. I also do coaching and therapy, for people who are really wanting to dig into their own experiences with their families and really learn how to heal and transmute that stuff. I do therapy and coaching. So I'm here to support. Let me be of service to you. Okay? Peace and blessings, everyone. Bye-bye.